Welcome. Today, we're going to tackle something that's absolutely foundational to your journey into Mandarin Chinese, the first 10 numbers. Now, this might sound simple, but believe me, these aren't just words to memorize. They are the essential building blocks of a surprisingly logical system. And once you get it, it unlocks your ability to count way, way higher.
So here's our game plan for this session. First, we're going to really understand the core concept behind these numbers. Then, we'll learn them in a few logical groups, which makes it much easier. And finally, we'll review everything and look ahead to see how this foundation sets you up for what comes next. It's a step-by-step approach that really helps it all sink in.
All right, let's dive right in. Before we even look at a single character, it's so important to get our heads around the logic of the system. You see, unlike a lot of other languages, there's this beautiful simplicity to Mandarin numbers that makes counting incredibly intuitive once you see the pattern. And this, right here, is the core concept. Think about it. In English, we have unique words like 11 and 12 that don't really follow a pattern from 10. Well, Mandarin is different. It operates on a much simpler system. Once you master these 10 symbols, you literally have the entire toolkit you need to build almost any number you can think of. So let's get started with our first little group. These first three numbers are just wonderfully straightforward. Their visual simplicity is completely intentional. It's meant to give you an immediate win and really show you the pictographic roots of the language. And here is our very first character, 1. It's pronounced E. Let's say that again. E. It's a high flat tone. And just look at the character itself. It's a single horizontal stroke. It's a visual representation of the concept of 1. It really doesn't get more direct than that.
Next up, we have 2. This is pronounced Now, this sound can be a little tricky for native English speakers. It's kind of like the ear sound in the word bird, but you don't really pronounce a hard R sound at the end. Give it a try, And as you can see, that logical pattern continues. 2 horizontal strokes for the number 2. Simple.
And here is 3, pronounced sun. Once again, it's that high, flat tone. Sun. This character brilliantly illustrates the end of this particular pattern. You guessed it, 3 horizontal strokes for the number 3. It's really important to remember that this is the last number that follows this simple stroke counting logic.
Okay, let's do a quick recap. We have sun, 1, 2, 3. Just take a moment to appreciate how elegant and simple that is. You've just learned 30% of the entire foundational system, and hopefully you can already see that logic at play.
Now, let's move on to the next set of characters. Okay, so that simple stroke counting pattern ends here, and we start to move into more abstract symbols. This is really the next stage in building up your core vocabulary.
So this is the number 4. It's pronounced C. Notice how my voice falls in pitch. C. The character itself looks like a square or a box with a couple of strokes inside. Visually, it's our first character that's a bit more complex. So just take a moment to look at its shape.
Okay, next up is 5. This is pronounced wu. Now, this tone is what we call a falling, then rising tone. Listen really closely. Wu. My voice starts high, it dips down, and then it comes right back up. Wu. This is a very, very common and important tone to master in Mandarin.
And here we have 6, pronounced liu. This is another one of those falling tones, just like we heard with the number 4, liu. You know, this sound can feel a little unfamiliar at first, but I promise, with a little practice, it'll feel totally natural. Let's hear it again. Liu. The final number in this middle group is 7. It's pronounced qi. And hey, there's that high flat tone again, just like we had with our number 1, E. Qi. It's just a clean, simple sound. The character itself, well, it almost looks like an upside-down T, doesn't it?
So, let's just review this middle set all together. We have C, Wu, Liu, Qi, 4, 5, 6, 7. You've now learned a total of 7 distinct characters. Take a breath. You are more than halfway there. All right, let's bring it home. We are now about to complete the entire foundational set. These last 3 numbers are going to round out your toolkit, and they'll prepare you to start counting even further. This character right here represents 8. It's pronounced ba, and again with a high flat tone. Ba. Notice its really elegant symmetrical shape. It's just 2 strokes that are leaning away from each other. That makes it a pretty easy one to remember visually.
Next up is 9, pronounced jiao. Did you hear it? It has that same falling rising tone we heard with the number 5. Let's try it one more time. Jiao. Getting this particular sound right is really crucial, because it is so common in the language. And finally, we've arrived at perhaps the most important character on this list right after the number 1. This is 10, pronounced she. It's a rising tone, she. The character is a simple cross, and it represents the completion of a set. This symbol is the absolute key to forming all the numbers from 11 to 99 and even beyond.
Okay, let's review this final group. 八, 九, 十, 8, 9, 10. And with that, you've done it. You have now learned all 10 of the fundamental building blocks of the Mandarin counting system. Seriously, that is a significant accomplishment. Okay, so it's time to put it all together. Let's take a look at the complete picture of what you've just mastered.
Just look at this table. This is your foundational toolkit. Let's go through them one last time, together. We've got 1, yi, 2 is 3, san, 4 is si, 5, wu, 6, liu, 7, qi, 8, ba, 9, jil, and 10, shu. These 10 characters are your entire foundation. Every single larger number is just a logical combination of what you see on this screen.
But, mastery doesn't come from just memorizing a chart like this. It really comes from practice. Repetition is what's going to help you internalize the rhythm and the tones, and that is the key to understanding how these little building blocks combine to form those higher numbers.
So this brings us to the really crucial point. We've established that Mandarin numbers are a logical system, right? You know the character for 10 is sh, and you know the character for 1 is yi. So I'm going to leave you with a question. Based on that logic, how would you guess you say the number 11? The answer to that is the key to everything that comes next.